Why is it when I sit down I can see?
I know, I'm telling you. Okay, now we're kind of like even Steven, let's go. Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. We're gonna read 2 more letters.
Dear Sadie and Pete?
Dear Sadie and Pete.
Okay. Dear Sadie and Pete, a few years ago my child started school and almost immediately I formed a connection with another one of the moms who had a son in the same class. I actually met her and spoke to her for the first time because we were both called into the classroom at pickup for the teacher to tell us that her son had bitten mine. I will call the woman Jay. I'm out and don't hide the fact that I'm a lesbian. So Jay was aware I was, and I was aware that she was married to a man. But very quickly, her messages to me became frequent and more affectionate. I had to send a screenshot of a few messages to my best friend to ask her opinion on whether or not she was flirting with me because I thought I was going mad. It turns out she was flirting with me. This happened in September, and in November I asked her about her feelings, and she said that she thought she was straight, but that she couldn't stop thinking about me, and had very strong feelings for me. I felt similarly, but hadn't wanted to do anything about it because of her marriage. However, things started to get more heated, and we ended up falling in love. It's worth noting that this was the first relationship I had had, where I felt as though I had fallen into true love. Not only did I love her, it was the first time I had felt that I loved who I was in that relationship too. I was happy. We spent a weekend away together near Valentine's Day, the following February. It was beautiful, but the more I fell in love with her, the more we did together, the more I felt the pain of knowing she was going back to her husband. One day she messaged me and asked me to come over to her house. I did, and she told me she had told her husband about us the night before when she was drunk, and she told me she wanted to be with me. I felt nervous, but I didn't think I'd ever felt so happy. We started making plans for our future, and she agreed to move in with me with her 2 children. A week later, she knocked on my door out of the blue and came in to tell me she had changed her mind. She couldn't leave her husband, and she was staying with him. If a feeling had the ability to kill you, that one would have killed me. Not only my heart was broken, I was broken. Then, almost a week later, I received a message saying she had made a mistake, and she did want to be with me after all. In total, she broke up and got back together with me 6 times. On the 6th time she broke up with me, I lay on my bed, and I could see the wall begin to curl into the floor. I started having auditory and visual hallucinations. I felt no desire to live. I felt like the worst version of myself and that what I had to offer would never be good enough. The week following that, another one of the school moms, an out lesbian, came to talk to me, and she said she was there if I needed someone. She began messaging me and told me she would rescue me. I ended up in a relationship with her. But unfortunately, she was a sociopathic narcissist. She had preyed on me when I was at my most weak. She cheated on me more times than I can count. She abused me physically, sexually, mentally, and made me think that the only way to be free of her was if I ended my life. Eventually, somehow, I found the strength to leave her after nearly 2 years. Once I had left, I received an email from a name I didn't recognize. It was Jay, using a different name, telling me she still loved me and couldn't stop thinking about me, and that if I had just given her one more chance, she would have left her husband for good, but that I had entered into a new relationship instead. I felt annoyed and angry that she didn't seem to take any responsibility or listen to what I said when I tried to explain why I had entered that relationship, and that it had not been a good one, but I still loved her. I couldn't deny that. We met up for coffee, and on our way back, she was talking to me, and she told me that she had been in an affair with one of her husband's friends years and years ago, while her husband was in the house, sleeping upstairs. I felt so crushed and so disappointed. I know nobody's perfect, but is there any hope at all in finding someone who can or wants to remain faithful? I still love her. I thought of her often when I was in the awful relationship. My heart feels like it falls down a flight of stairs if I catch sight of her, but I can't seem to get any answers as to where I stand, even if I ask directly. She says she doesn't know what to do, that she has always loved me. During this time, her husband has tried to run over me in his van twice, and I've had to get a restraining order out against him as he tried to come to my house several times and has yelled things to me in front of my children. I understand his rage and even that he despises me. I even understand her confusion and hold nothing against her, but I wish somehow I could move on. Or that if we were going to be together, how would I balance my trauma from my past relationship with knowing that Jay has cheated in the past? If I have to move on, how can I do this when I see her so often in passing? I hope this makes sense. Thank you so much for your channel, your honesty, kindness, empathy, and thoughtfulness. Thank you for being there online when I couldn't do anything else but lay in bed and wish to die. Side note, P. You look like the love child of Karina Lombard and Juliette Binoche, which I hope you take as the compliment I intended to be.
Can you Google that? Because I don't know.
So let's just respond to this video.
Wow, this is super intense.
Yeah, I need like a
Super
minute
intense.
to digest what just happened here.
Yeah. So I need a minute.
I think we're a bit speechless.
Yeah, exactly. Because it for the intensity and the amount of. So the first thing I can tell you what I was thinking as you were reading.
Go ahead.
Like when the lady, the lady she's in love with, she left her husband and to go to live with her with the 2 kids, and then the day after she broke up with her. It feels almost like either her husband there was something going on.
Okay, so
Something happened where there was maybe arguments going on, some threats. Considering now, especially that her husband tried to run over you, I feel like he's kind of he was very heated, very violent, very aggressive, and maybe he laid out all the consequences of his wife's action. She had to move out and everything, so she had to rethink everything. So that's why it was so sudden. So it has absolutely nothing to do with you.
I'm getting the feeling that her husband is a psychopath.
But I don't care. I don't want to judge her husband. I want to judge her.
I want to. Men are evil. Look at what they're doing. Like, this woman clearly fell in love with you, right? The humane thing to do would be like, if you love somebody, let them go, right? If her husband was a good human being.
Yeah, but we're not going anywhere like with this approach. What I'm seeing here is just that her decisions had absolutely nothing with you and nothing with her feelings towards you. Like, you said something in the letter that made me think. You said, I wonder what, it's never enough. It's like you think that you are not enough, you don't do enough to have this love. But in the end, this love is carried by a person with a lot of problems and issues that have absolutely nothing with what you can give. So you are enough. Don't forget that. That's all I want to say. And so that's that. That's what I was thinking. First thoughts. Then the fact that you went right away into this relationship with this other woman. You were in a state of mind that was not. You were not clear in your head. Maybe you didn't see the red flags with this other woman, and so you happen to be in the wrong relationship and suffer as a consequence. So in a way, it's almost like, it happens to all of us. Like, we lose our heads basically when we think that it's us, that, it's our fault, or we don't do enough, we're not enough, and we start blaming ourselves. Our self-worth is, comes to surface. And then, because there's no self-worth, it's not felt, we keep on jumping from one relationship to another where we are hurt. And in the end, the hurt doesn't come from outside, we have it inside. So yeah, that's what and that that hurt is caused by not feeling that self-worth in the end.
Wow, that was deep.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Yeah.
So, all I was gonna say was, I think maybe the husband threatened her when she was about to leave him. Maybe he even said, "I'll make your life, and I'll make your life and your children's life a living hell if you ever leave me, and you will have no support from me." Maybe like monetary things he could have used so many things against her to like convince her to stay with him. It could be an abusive relationship. So there's so many things up in the air that you might not know about.
I don't think she was ready. I mean, either like she wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Like she wanted to jump right away in the relationship with you because she actually, like, her feelings for you are honest.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I think her feelings are true and have nothing to do with her decision making.
Exactly.
But it is fucked up that she put you through so much back and forth. But with that being said, like, even in this relationship, we put each other through a lot of back and forth.
Right.
Like the amount of times we broke up and got back together, almost broke up and got back together, almost got divorced and got back together. Infinite. I don't even know. I lost count.
Yeah.
So, human relationships are messy. And I don't know. I still believe in love. I still believe that, like, if there's love there, there's something real there, you should stick to it.
Yeah.
But if it's causing you self-harm, maybe not.
Right.
You know, you have to, like, assess that
Maybe you should.
aspect.
Sorry, I was
Yeah, go
jumping
ahead. No.
again. I'm interrupting
Do
you all
it, do
the time.
it. It's fine.
Sorry. No, I wanted to say that, and I forgot. Shit, I went blank. Okay. Yes, you can talk to her and just assess if she's ready. If because in the first place, it's important that she solves her issues at home, and without you in the picture, because that can exacerbate the relationship with her husband, and so that's the cleanest way to go about, and not to jump right away like into a new life and so on, when you have so much baggage. All right, in the case of this person that you fell in love with. But then there is the second thing that you bring up in the letter, is that you don't trust her because she betrayed her husband. But you see, maybe she betrayed her husband because maybe she wasn't really never been in love with her husband. If she fell in love with you as well. But that's something that you can understand only by getting to know her better and trying to be alert to all the red flags. So, yeah, and then eventually, you grow together. She's getting to know you, you're getting to know her. I feel that everything that happened before was very premature in this context, like considering that she was so entangled with the family. So it's a lot of stuff. It's not a joke when you have a family and 2 kids. It's a lot. So give yourself a break in many ways, and give her a break as well. And yeah.
I was gonna say the similar thing. Like, take care of yourself. You come first. Your mental health, your physical, emotional health, you come first, because you have to be there for your children. And maybe a break would be good, where you're just focusing on yourself, being single, and you can try being her friend if that's something you guys can manage. Maybe get to know her more, like you said.
Well, if there are deep feelings involved, it's difficult to be a friend, and I understand very well. But yeah, this is the classic case where you have to keep your head on the shoulder, and she has to keep her head on the shoulder, honoring the feelings that you have for each other, and yet keeping your heads on the shoulders. That's a classical situation, because there is so much involved. That's all I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, and be careful with this man. Don't get run over. Just be careful.
Yes. Yeah.
Fuck, that was scary. That was something else.
Right. But it's important. Yes. Once again, I'm thinking that you need to understand what is it that made her fall in love with you. If it's also kind of an escape for her, for a situation where she feels miserable. There are so many scenarios that's why I'm saying just watch for the red flags. That's all. If there are any, and don't throw yourself into it without, assessing everything. Yeah. I said enough.
Wow. Good job. How long has it been? I think we can read the last letter.
Okay.
Okay.
I like this. The slapping sound. Sorry, I'm abusing you.
No, it's fine. Dear Sadie and Pete, I'm a 16-year-old lesbian. Since I was around 6 or 7,
It's
I
hot
always...
here. It's super hot.
It's because you're sitting next to me. That's why I keep turning it down, and you're
Yeah,
like, it's
you're
too
like
cold,
a-
it's too cold.
Heater.
I know,
Natural
I'm
heater. Oh my
sorry.
god.
I'm sweating. You can turn it down. Like,
Okay,
can
let's
turn it up
just
if you
do
want.
this. Then I'm gonna make it.
I'll just move away from you a little bit. Okay. Since I was around 6 or 7, I've always had a thing for older women. Back then, I didn't know what attraction meant, so I thought it was normal for a girl like me to like these kinds of women, which I think it is. I don't like them in a sexual way, but more like I was admiring their beauty. When I was in grade school, I was wondering why I didn't like the things my classmates liked at the time. I had a crush on 2 boys, but I felt like I was peer pressured because I seemed to be the one who didn't have a crush. That's me. I was like that. They were all into the same things while I was out there loving those middle-aged actresses. This is me. I could have written this. Okay. My parents even saw my lock screen and asked why I have an old woman there. I just told them that it was my idol. This is me. Okay.
It's crazy.
If I had a phone growing up, which I didn't, I would have had Annie Rossum as my wallpaper.
Okay.
I also felt like I wanted them to be my mother, literally wishing I was their daughter, but this feeling grew out of me in my teenage years. In 2019, I remember watching Ocean's 8, and I went absolutely insane when I saw Kate, Sandra, and Helena. From then on, I've known quite a lot of middle-aged actresses, and I'm loving it. When I knew the term mommy issues, I began asking myself if I have it. Sure, my mother and I get in fights sometimes, but we have a stable and decent relationship, so I don't think I have that issue. I also asked my best friend why she thinks I'm attracted to middle-aged women, and she said that I'm very mature and different, in a good way, from the people she knows. She said it's really hard for her to explain because I'm really different from everyone, in the way of thinking, talking, actions, and so on. I figured that out as well. Now that I'm 16, I'm even more attracted to them. It's not an I want them to be my mother case anymore. It's an I want a middle-aged woman partner case now. I know you two are not therapists, but I just wanted to know what you think about this one because I sort of can't seem to figure out the reason why I'm really attracted to middle-aged women. Lastly, as someone who loves older women, thank you for making me feel understood and seen with your relationship. Lots of love. Wow.
So the term already mommy's issues and daddy's issues is so reductionist.
Yeah, I agree.
So much so, it's like such a limited way of thinking, and I wouldn't even consider mommy's issues daddy's issues. It's just that.
Also, like, a lot of young men have crush on older women, and they don't think they have mommy's issues. They just think, oh, I'm a boy, and I like everything with tits. It's
Exactly.
It's part of being a lesbian. I think a lot of younger lesbians will have crushes on older women because they're attractive. That's it. End of story. Like, whether they're older than you, because like growing up, I didn't have a lot of crushes on people my own age. Out of everyone I've known throughout all my schooling years, I think I had one crush that was my own age. And all of the rest were on older people. So, and I didn't have a lot of friends either. Like, I didn't get along with people my own age very well. I would be friends with my teachers. So maybe there's that. If you feel like you can't connect to the people your own age, maybe you like seek connection with people that are older than you.
Yeah. So what is the question, basically? What? what we think about this mommy's issues. She
Yeah.
has mommy's issues and why she's attracted to older women.
Yeah.
That's the main question,
Yeah.
right? So sorry. Sometimes when you read, I have to absorb because this is the first time I hear about this letter. So
Me too.
um,
Okay, so
so it's simple. Like there is something. It's okay. Like I don't have anything to say really. Like it's really okay to be attracted to older women. I mean, it's not a problem as long as the relationship you have with this person is reciprocated. Whatever you want to do with this person is like you both are. Oh no, you are 16 years old, right?
you just have to wait 2 years and then you can do whatever you want.
Yes, exactly.
Which this arbitrary line in the sand is really weird to me.
But that's another story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like condoning older people taking advantage of younger people, but like a lot of people when we were first together would have said, "Oh, she's taking advantage of
Yeah.
you because I'm young." But
Yeah.
so many I was 19 when we met. Should I say that?
Yeah, and I was 46.
6. So a lot of 19-year-olds that I've met.
No, wait.
Yeah, you were 46.
19 plus... No.
Or 47. You were 47. Whatever.
Right. Okay.
But not every 19-year-old is the same. Like a lot of people I knew at 19 wouldn't have worked.
No.
So I
But
don't know.
it's you're fine. You're totally fine. So I just wish you the best when to find the right person for you. Really, like don't listen to these people who tell you it's mommy issues, daddy's issues. So what? Your mom didn't breastfed you when you were born, and now you are looking for some breast to feed you, and you're projecting that and having. It's so like, I mean, even if it's so, what's wrong with that? I mean, I can have mommy's issues and I'm older than you.
Okay,
Like you know what I mean? Like
it's reductionist also because every
That's-
single person has issues with their parents. Like every single
in
human
one way or
being
another,
gets
exactly.
traumatized to a certain degree by their parents. So everyone in a relationship is reenacting certain levels of intimacy that they were lacking growing up.
Yes,
And
exactly.
that level of like intimate attachment relationship, the first one you have is with your mother or with your father if they were more like the mother figure. So everyone has mother's issues, okay? I don't know. Attraction, I don't know how much of attraction is connected to that. Maybe it's very connected and maybe it isn't, but it doesn't matter because you have to
Exactly.
go with it. It's not like you're going to convince yourself to be attracted to somebody you're not attracted to.
If somebody tells you you have mommy's issues, you can say, yes, I do. What are yours? Because everyone at this point has mommy's issues, like based on what you just said.
Yeah.
And everyone has daddy's issues,
Yeah.
in one way or another.
And just like everybody has different kind of kinks and fetishes, we all have different attractions, and your attractions can change as you change. Like right now, I might be attracted more to younger people. When I was super young, I might have been attracted to older people, but that's because now I'm older, so my like window is broader.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's the way it works.
So, take it easy. Don't worry about it. Nothing's wrong with you. That really sounded
Yes.
like something I could have written. So
Yeah.
I got excited. But yeah, I didn't think I had mother's issues, but who knows? I probably do. Like we all do.
Exactly.
But it doesn't make that much of a difference.
Yes.
Age is just age.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as it's a healthy, respectful, like
Right.
you said, reciprocal, consensual relationship,
Exactly.
you're fine.
Yeah.
You can explore. Yeah, and I'm sure you will make a middle-aged woman somewhere very happy someday. Okay.
Okay, so that's all for today. And yeah, write to us, and
It might
we'll-
take us a couple of months. You never know.
maybe not.
Our average
We
is
always say
3
the
to
same
4
thing.
months. Literally, our average has been like 3 months.
But write to us. Don't give up.
Don't give up. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it for today's video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.